So good morning students. I believe that the first two parts of the third level from class 12 vistas, it had helped you in understanding. In my last class I had started the reading and explanation of the text. So in this class, it might be the class 3 for third level. Again, we will continue with this reading and explanation of rest of the text. Now, last day we completed. I feel that you are with your text. Up to page number 4 we completed last day. Where just this is pre-reading. That where we know that our narrator had reached to the third level and he was confirmed that it is the year in 1894 and he wanted to purchase 2 tickets to visit Galsburg in the year 1894. Now afterwards what happened? So today we are going to start from page number 5, that is in the third level. I have written the third level by Jack Finney. So let's start. The clerk figured the fare. He glanced at my fancy hatband, but he figured the fare, and I had enough for 2 coach tickets one way. Now, our narrator went to the clerk to purchase 2 tickets for going to Galsburg, and the clerk who was giving these tickets, he just calculated the fare, and when he was calculating, very surprisingly, he was looking at our narrator's hatband, because this type of hatband did not exist in that time in 1894. That is why the clerk was very much surprised to see the hat of our narrator. But when I counted out the money and looked up, the clerk was staring at me. So the clerk had told our narrator that this should be the price of 2 tickets, and our narrator had taken the currency, taken money from his pocket, and he was counting to give it to the clerk. And when our narrator was counting, the clerk was looking at him, being extremely surprised. He nodded at the bills. Yeah, bills means money. So when our narrator was going to give it to the clerk, he just nodded. That aren't money, mister, he said. And if you are trying to scheme me, you won't get very far. And he glanced at the cash drawer beside him. Immediately, the clerk told our narrator that this is not money. Not only that, immediately he warned our narrator that if you want to cheat me, then you cannot go far. And then he just opened up the drawer, the cash drawer, where he was keeping the cash. Of course, the money was old style bills, half again as big as the money we use nowadays, and different looking. Now there is a phrase that I am telling you, half again as big as, half again as big as. It means 50% greater. This phrase means 50% greater. So our narrator could see that the money that was there in the drawer, just beside the clerk, it was 50% greater in size than the present day currency. And yes, our narrator was also surprised, and our narrator realized that it was different looking as well. I turned away and got out first. So our narrator actually did not tell anything to the clerk. He did not want to start any argument with the clerk. There is nothing nice about jail even in 1894, and he was very scared of. He knew that nothing is fair even in 1894, so he just turned back and went from there. And that was that. So our narrator is telling that means that was the experience. I went the same way I came. I suppose the narrator was not sure, but he was telling that yes, probably he had taken the same way through which he reached to this third level, and he had taken the same way to come back. Next day, during lunch hour, I drew $300 out of the bag, nearly all we had, and brought old style currency. That really worried my psychiatrist friend. So next day, the lunchtime in his office, our narrator went to a coins dealer, and at first he had withdrawn $300 that he had in the bank, and he went to a coins dealer to exchange this currency with the past day currency. And when he actually told this to his psychiatrist friend was very much worried about it. You can buy old money at almost any coin dealers, but you have to pay a premium. A premium is price. Means our narrator is giving this information to the readers that you can exchange the currency, but for this you have to give some extra price for this. My $300 brought less than 200 in old style bills, but I didn't care. Eggs were 13 cents a dozen in 1894. So our narrator is telling that he went to a coins dealer, he exchanged his currency, a present day currency, and he had taken the past day currency. Actually, he had given $300 and he got less than $200. We all know, and this is known as also inflation rate, that whenever the time progresses, the value also starts to starts to decrease, the value of currency. So here also, our narrator he told that he was not worried very much because he got less than $200, and for this he had given an example that in the year 1894 a dozen eggs just cost 13 cents, and 100 cents equals to $1. So you can imagine that how cheap the things were in the year 1894. But I have never again found the corridor that leads to the third level at Grand Central Station, although I have tried often enough. So after this preparation, again our narrator went to the second level and he wished to reach to the third level. He wanted to take the same corridor that had taken him to the third level, but here narrator is telling that he failed to do so. Louisa was pretty worried when I told her all this and didn't want me to look for the third level anymore. And after a while, I stopped. So our narrator told all this to his wife Louisa, and Louisa was very much worried, and Louisa suggested him that he must not go in search of this third level. So our narrator stopped. I went back to my stamps. When my stamp means, as I told you earlier, that our narrator also had a hobby of stamp collecting. But now we are both looking every weekend, because now we have proved that the third level is still there. And now they are looking, they are searching, they are arranging their stamp collecting, the collected stamps every week, because now somehow our narrator got to know, he was confirmed the third level was there. My friend Sam Weiner disappeared. It happened that his friend, one of his friends, has disappeared. Nobody could find him. Nobody knew where. But I sort of suspected, because Sam's a city boy, and I used to tell him about Galsburg. I went to school there, and he always said he liked the sound of the place, and that's where he is. All right, in 1894. So our narrator had enough suspect in his mind that where Sam might have gone, or as if our narrator knew where he had gone, because our narrator had told Sam about Galsburg. He also told that he actually used to go to school in Galsburg, and Sam really wished to go there. So our narrator was confirmed that he had gone to Galsburg using the third level in the year 1894. Because one night, fussing with my stamp collection, I found, well, do you know what a fast day cover is? Mark this is very important, what a fast day cover is. When a new stamp is issued, here our narrator is telling what is fast day cover. When a new stamp is issued, means when a new stamp is launched, stamp collectors buy one and use them to mail envelopes to themselves on the very first day of sale. So on the very first day, stamp collectors, they buy the stamps and they use this stamp to mail them, to send the envelope to their own address. And the postmark proves the date. I mean, whenever they post it in the post office, there is a date, mark of date. The envelope is called a first day cover. And this envelope is called a first day cover. Mark this is very important. Every now and then question comes that what do you mean by first day cover? They are never opened, and you just put blank paper in the envelope that I told that this envelope you are writing your own address on the envelope and it will reach to you. Sorry. So whenever it will reach you, you just keep it with you because actually this is why it is important because of this stamp and it is pasted on that envelope that has been launched on the first day of the and on that very first day it has been pasted on that envelope. So you keep it with you. That night, among my oldest fast covers, I found one that shouldn't have been there. What this? Shouldn't have been there. So that night, our actor was searching, was arranging, as he told, fussing with these fast covers, and he found a fast takeover that shouldn't have been there. Our narrator did not expect this fast takeover should be there. And there it was. It was there because someone had mailed it to my grandfather at his home in Galsburg. That's what the address on the envelope said. And it had been there since July 18, 1894. Our narrator, why he was surprised? Because he got this first cover that had been addressed to his grandfather and the date was visible that it was July 18, 1894. The postmark showed that on that postmark the date was there 1894. Yet I didn't remember it at all and I was surprised that every now and then he just used to arrange this plastic cover but earlier he did not see this plastic cover. So how it happened? Where from these plastic covers had come into this bunch? The stamp was a 6 cent dark brown with a picture of President Garfield. I should tell you, President Garfield was a US president and he was the president in the year 1881. Naturally, when the envelope came to Granddad in the mail, it went right into his collection and stayed there till I took it out and opened it. So, actually this has been done to our narrators and he was surprised that he got this, fast cover in the collection of his granddad. And our narrator opened. The paper inside was blank. It read inside there is a letter. Okay, there is a letter. You could see this here. It is there is a letter. You could see this. This is the letter that it's written. That the address from where it has been written. It's written there at the top of the letter, top of the right hand. 941 Willard Street, Galsburg, Illinois, July 18, 1894. Charlie. See, our narrator belonged in the year 1952. Somebody is writing this, and our narrator actually was 31 years old. But somebody is writing, addressing Charlie in the year 1894. So it is impossible. Because in that year 1894, our narrator was not born. But still, it's written, Charlie, I got to wishing that you were right. Then I got to believing you were right. And Charlie, it's true. I found the third level. I have been here 2 weeks and right now down the street at the Davies, someone is playing a piano and they are all out in the front porch singing, seeing Daddy home. Means he has been written that yes, Charlie, what you told is I at first I didn't believe, but I got to believe this is there, and not only that I have come here, I'm just enjoying with these. He told that how he was enjoying the time that I have been here for 2 weeks. The writer has written that he had gone there for 2 weeks, and right now he was in the down the street at his home and playing a piano and all this. He was just enjoying the life. And I am invited over for lemonade. Not only that, the narrator, the writer of that letter, who had actually said, the sender of the letter also told our narrator that those people were so nice that they had invited him for a lemonade. Lemonade means a lemon juice, to take a lemon juice. Coming back, Charlie and Lisa, keep looking till you find the third level. It's so thick, believe me. And the last line, the friend had told, our narrator friend had invited, proposed, pleaded to our narrator that you just keep searching on the way that would actually lead you to the third level, and you and your wife Lisa, you must come here because here as if this writer wants to say that this is a very quality time that people could spend. The note is signed Sam Winner. That owner told one of his friend was disappeared, and his name was Sam Winner, and this letter has been written by Sam. So that is the reason why our net was so confirmed that Sam had gone to the third level. Sam had gone at Gulfsburg in the year 1894. At the stamp and coin store I go to, I found out that Sam bought $800 worth of old style currency. Our narrator told all these. Our narrator told Sam that he had exchanged to $300 with the old currency, and now our narrator came to know, going to the coins dealer, that Sam had also exchanged his dollar, and here Sam exchanged for $700. Sorry, $800. That ought to set him up in a nice little hay, feed and grain business. He always said that's what he really wished he could do, and he certainly can't go back to his old business. Now, our narrator knew, being a friend, our narrator knew that actually Sam always wanted to open up a business of a little hay, feed and grain business. Actually, this is the business that deals with the food and food items for the animals. That feed, grain and little hay. It deals with the food items, food grains. So Sam always wanted wanted to open up a business like this. And being a friend, our narrator knew it, and he suddenly could go back to his old business. So our narrator told that that is why Sam was collecting his money, but now he had exchanged his money and he went to Gulfsburg. And that is the reason that he could not open up his business here, and our narrator is telling his old business here. He certainly can't go back to his old business, and as he had gone to Gulfsburg in the year 1894, there he could not open up his old business. Now in Gulfsburg, Illinois in 1894, his old business. Now narrated as if making it very much, suspicion in the very last line. His old business. Why? Sam was my psychiatrist. Now here we will learn narrator told Sam was his psychiatrist friend. And here comes the end of the story. So this is the end of the reading. Now let me explain the last part, that what happened. Our narrator had told his weird experience to his psychiatrist friend. Our psychiatrist friend actually wanted to make our narrator understand that actually did not happen in the reality. But by the end of the story, we see that the psychiatrist friend himself had gone to the third level, and from there he had written a letter to Charlie. Not only that, he had invited him to come there with his wife Louisa. How it happened, and why our narrator told that he could not go back to his old business, because psychiatrist friend actually he used to counsel the people who are mentally disturbed in this present era. But our narrator told that our narrator was sure that he could not open up his old business in Gulfsburg 1894. It suggests that time people were not so much mentally stressed. They were not so much, they were not so much, mentally disturbed. So if people are not feeling that mental stress, if they are not mentally disturbed, why they should go to a psychiatrist? That is why our narrator told that this is true, that in the year 1894 in Gulfsburg, Illinois, Sam could not open up his old business. So here comes the end of the story. I feel that you understood, you may or you should have any queries regarding this, as I can understand, I can feel that in the classroom situation, as you used to ask question. Here also, you can ask question to me. I will tell you the phone number. But before that, let me tell you the questions. Now open up page number 7. The questions, just to discuss. I know that you are capable enough to write down your own answer also. And I always encourage you to write your answer of your own, because you're class 12, grown up enough, and in board exam you have to write your own answers. So let us discuss about the question. Do you think that the third level was a medium of escape for Charlie? Yes, we feel the third level was a medium of Charlie. Yes, in a nutshell, if I want to tell you that actually what we have read in that story practically did not happen. It only the tendency of Charlie, the main character, to escape from the reality. And that is why really it is the third level was a medium to escape. Why? Why was there that he might be very much suppressed, depressed, he was mentally disturbed, he always wanted to escape from this, and not only that, his stamp collecting hobby also, that many of his friends told that it is a temporary refuge from his reality. So actually Charlie wanted to take rest from this, or wanted to escape from this reality. What do you infer from Sam's letter to Charlie? Second question. What do you infer? Here infer means what do you want to suggest? What do you guess from this? Yes, it's true that if all this incident is only the creation of his imagination, so why not Sam's letter? I feel, but the answer should be like this, that Sam in reality, Charlie did not receive such a letter written by Sam. But this is impossible. This is also the creation of his imagination. No such letter was written by Sam. And Sam also was not disappointed. It might be that Sam was just confined himself in a room, and probably he was also, and we know that Sam was also suffering from that same mental stress. And that is why he told that he had reached to the third level. The modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry and stress. What are the ways in which we attempt to overcome them? Just mark this question. This question actually came in a board exam in 2020. This question for 6 marks. This question is very important, and it's important in the sense that I am telling that this year board exam this question came. So might be important for next year also, but we'll have to prepare the answer. We'll have to, the question answer means whenever we will try to write the answer, we can go more into the deeper of the text as well. So here the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry and stress. What are the ways in which attempt to overcome them? This is a value-based type question. That we will have to write what are the different measures that we want to, that sometimes we always talk about, that mental relaxation. That means that we are getting disturbed, we feel stress, and that is the mental relaxation. Now, do you see an intersection of time and space in that story? Yes, we see time and space. Time is there, space is there. It was 1952, he reached in 1894, so time travel and all this. Apparent logically sometimes turns out to be a futuristic projections. Yes, this is also true, that logically sometimes turns out to a futuristic projection, that he wants to actually prove this logical, but this might be futuristic and all this. And the last question that I want to tell you, that you have read Adventure by Giant Narlikar in Hornbill class 11. Compare the interweaving of fantasy and reality in the true story. In the brief, in the beginning of this story, I told you that there is a resemblance in between third level and adventure. Here is the question. So I feel students you have understood. This is the end of this class, and still I am telling that if you have any queries, you may ask your question through this phone number. Please write down the phone number 740-0016. This is the phone number. You may write down this phone number, and if you have any question, you ask this question. Just tell your name, tell my name, and tell the class. You just put your question there. Whenever it will reach to me, I will be there to you with my answer. So till then, goodbye. I will be back with my next chapter.